Thank you very much. I'm going to talk about English consonants. I'll focus on how to teach English consonants to Japanese learners. So in order to figure out what the problems Japanese students have, and also to know why the problems arise, I think you'd better compare English consonants with Japanese consonants. So as for plosives, both English and Japanese have the same inventory of the plosives, but the Japanese PTK has more weakly aspirated, which I'm going to talk about later. And then as for affricates, English has two affricates, ch and j, and Japanese has only one affricate, ts, but this is pronounced as chi in front of vowel e. And also the initial z, Japanese z, is often pronounced as j, alveolo-palatal affricate, which is voiced. And also, as for fricatives, English has 9 fricatives, but Japanese has only 3 fricatives. Korean also has only 3 fricatives, which means that both Koreans and Japanese have great difficulty in pronouncing English fricatives correctly. And English has 2 liquids, one R and the other one is L, but Japanese has only one R sound, which is a flap. It is often pronounced as a retroflex flap or as an alveolar flap. And English has 3 nasals, and also Japanese has 3 nasals, but in the initial positions, only M and N occur. And in the final position, N does not occur. So Japanese people often pronounce pan as pang, as an alveolar nasal instead of the alveolar nasal. So tip 1 is about aspiration. So as I told you, Japanese PTK are less aspirated. So you have to pronounce English PTK with greater aspiration. So aspiration means a kind of H frication noise.
Bin.
So it is unaspirated. So it sounds like Korean unaspirated tense consonant. But so if you look at the spectrogram here, my pronunciation is this: pin. So there is a burst and aspiration and the following vowel and the nasal consonant. So aspiration can be seen on the spectrogram. It looks like the H sound. But for bin. So it is unaspirated. So this is the burst, and the vowel follows, and then the nasal follows. So shall we try to pronounce pin and chord? Please repeat after me. Say chord. Chord. And then pin. Very good. So strong. Could you please pronounce
Pin.
Okay, and you have to pronounce spin, not spin. Can you pronounce this?
Spin.
You say spin. Very good. And in Japanese, there's no word which ends in a consonant, except the Moray consonants. So you usually put vowel or o instead. So when you say mad, it is usually pronounced as mad.
Mad. Mad.
It is pronounced as a voiceless consonant, mad.
Mad.
Yeah, this mad is pronounced as muddo.
Muddo. Oh. Muddo.
Yeah, it is a geminated key, and it is pronounced as the vowel o.
Whose pronunciation is that?
Muddo is a Japanese student at my department.
For the word mud?
Yes, because he pronounced as it is written. So since it is spelled as M-U-D, he pronounced this word as muddo.
Well, it runs counter to the general understanding here. Mud is muddo. Just like man.
Yeah, okay. But anyway,
Yeah.
I recorded this sound. So so my mud, the lady's mud. This is my version, mud, and this is muddo.
Muddo.
Yeah, this is the vowel, so it has a long vowel. So please say mud.
Mad.
Mud.
Mad.
Yes, and mad.
Mad.
Mud. Please say mud. Mud. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. And mad. Mad. Yeah. Very good. And F and V, when you pronounce these sounds, you have to raise the lower lip enough to touch the upper teeth very gently and make a frication noise. So this picture shows you how these sounds are pronounced. So you have to touch the upper teeth very gently. So if you touch the upper teeth too firmly, then it sounds like plosive rather than a fricative. And so food is pronounced as hudo.
Hudo. Hudo.
Yeah. So F is pronounced as hu, as in Fuji. Yeah. We may transcribe this sound as voiceless W, or I think it's enough. So it's a fudo. And this van is pronounced as ban.
Ban. Ban.
Yeah. Okay. So so food is pronounced as hudo, and van is pronounced as ban. Ban. So let's do some ear training. The first one is fine. The second one is vine. So first one is fine. Second one is vine. So which one am I pronouncing? Vine. Vine. Second, fine. Fine. Vine. Vine. Yeah. Could you please pronounce these words?
Fine.
Fine.
Fine. Fine.
Very good. Yes.
Fine, vine.
Yes.
Fine, vine.
Yes.
Fine. Vine.
Very good. And shall we pronounce this word? A finger. Finger.
Finger.
Yeah. Finger.
Finger.
Yes. And face.
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 Yeah. Please repeat after me. A vision. 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 Next one is TH sounds. The first one is voiceless sound, and the second one is voiced the. When you pronounce these fricatives, you have to raise the tip of the tongue enough to touch the back of the upper teeth very gently and make a frication noise. So if you touch the upper teeth firmly, then it occlusive sounds comes out. So think is often pronounced as shinku by Japanese learners.
Shinku. Shinku.
And also voiceless th sound is pronounced as z by many Japanese learners.
They.
So you have to almost nearly touch the upper teeth with the tip of the tongue. But don't forget not to touch the upper teeth firmly. So could you please pronounce think? Think. They. If you have difficulty in raising the tip of the tongue towards the back of the upper teeth, you'd better put your blade of the tongue tip inside between the teeth. So think this. So let's do some ear training. The first one is thumb, and the second one is thumb. Okay? So first one, thumb. Second one, thumb. So which one is this? Thumb. Second one, thumb. Which one is this? Thumb. Second one. Yeah, which one is this? Thumb. First one. Thumb. Yeah, please pronounce this one.
Thumb. Thumb.
Okay.
Thumb.
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 The frication was too big, so make a louder frication noise.
Thumb.
And let's try to distinguish path from pass. First one is path. Second one is pass. First one, path. Second one, pass. Which one is this? Path. First one, pass. Second one, path. First one, okay. Could you please pronounce these words?
Pass.
Yes, okay. Many Koreans, some Koreans pronounce English S as a TH sound, dental fricative. So it is very difficult to correct their pronunciation. Their problem is that they can't produce S sound. So next one, they and they. They and they. Okay? The first one is a fricative and the second one is a plosive. So first one is they. Second one is they. So which one is this? They. First one, Day. Day. Second one. Okay. Next one. Think and sink. Think is the first one. Sink is the second one. So which one is this? Sink. Sink. It's the second one. And think. First one, think. First. Sink. Second. Think. First one. Okay. And S and Z. So you have both S and Z. So what's the problem? But you do have some problems in pronouncing these sounds. So you have to raise the blade of the tongue towards the alveolar ridge. So I think most of you already know about this. So, but the problem is that when the vowel E is followed by S, it is pronounced as an alveolar palatal fricative. So seal is pronounced as shir.
Shir. Shir. Shir.
And zir is pronounced as jir or dir.
Jir. Jir.
Tir. Tir.
Okay. So you should raise the tip of the tongue or the blade of the tongue towards the alveolar ridge, but you should not touch the alveolar ridge. So use is the noun and use is the verb. So there is a difference in vowel duration between the two words. So when this word is used as a noun, it is pronounced shorter, use, because of the voiceless consonant. And when this word is used as a verb, it is pronounced as use. So the verb is lengthened. So first one is use. Use. Yeah. Second one is use. Use. So first one is use. Use. Second one, use. Use. So which one is this? Use. Use. Second one, use. Use. First one, use. Second one. Okay. Could you please pronounce these words? Use.
Used. Used.
Use.
Used.
Yeah. You pronounce the voiceless fricative as an affricate. Use. You should pronounce it as use. Yes. Much better. Yes.
Use. Use.
Okay, the consonants are right, but you have to shorten the vowel of the noun. Use.
Use. Use.
Use. Use. Use. Use.
Very good. And the difficult English fricatives, sh and j. So when you pronounce these fricatives, you should raise the front of the tongue towards the hard palate, and at the same time you have to round your lips when you pronounce these sounds. Okay? So if you have a look at this picture, the blade and the front part of the tongue is raised towards the hard palate. Okay? When you say come down to children, don't you use sh? Do you use this sound? Okay, then it sounds very similar to English, sh. We Koreans also use this word, sh. So it's actually the English affricates shu and ju are palato-alveolar affricates, but your pronunciation, you usually pronounce these consonants as alveolo-palatal affricates, like fricatives like shi or ji, this way. So the main difference is the lip rounding. So when you pronounce these consonants, you have to round your lips. Okay? So pleasure is pronounced as pleasure.
pleasure, pleasure, pleasure,
Okay? And pressure,
pleasure, pleasure,
pleasure. The second one is closer to English, isn't it? Yes. So anyway, you should not contact the hard palate with your the body of the tongue. Okay. So you have to say pleasure. You should not say pleasure. Okay. Pleasure.
pleasure, pleasure,
So the distinction between pressure and pleasure must be made. So the first one is pressure, second one is pleasure. Although there is a difference, so this one has R and this one has L, but the rest of the word is the same. First one is pressure, pressure, pressure. Second one is pleasure, pleasure, pleasure. So which one am I pronouncing? Pressure, pressure. First one, second one. First one, okay. Pleasure. Second one, pleasure. Second one, pressure. First one, pressure. Pleasure. Second one. Very good. Very good. Could you pronounce these two sounds differently?
Pleasure, pleasure,
Okay.
pleasure, pleasure.
Yeah, very good.
Pressure, pleasure.
Very good.
Pressure, pleasure.
Yeah.
Pressure, pleasure.
Yeah. You should pronounce je sound as an affricate. You should not contact, touch the hard palate with your tongue. Pleasure. Not pleasure, but pleasure. Pleasure. Yeah, it takes some time. Could you please pronounce this?
pressure, pleasure, 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 pleasure. Again, pleasure, pleasure,
It sounds like an affricate.
pressure, pleasure,
Pressure, pleasure.
Very good. Okay. And sick sheep. Sick sheep. Sick sheep. S is pronounced as sh in front of sh sound because of the assimilation process. So sick sheep. Sick sheep. Could you please repeat after me? Sick sheep. Yeah, sick sheep. Yeah, sick sheep. Yeah. A vision. A vision. 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 Okay. And affricates ch and j, you also have to raise the front of the tongue and touches the hard palate you have to touch the hard palate this time. Okay? Ch and j. So, and you should remember that these sounds are rounded sounds. So you have to round your lips. But chain is pronounced as chain with an unrounded affricate.
Chain, chain, chain.
Yeah, if you round your lips, then it sounds much closer to English ch sound. Okay, chain. Jane.
Jane, Jane.
Yeah, the same. So alveolar palatal affricate was used, and also the diphthong is pronounced as monophthong, jan, jan. So you have to pronounce it as a, not okay? So you have to touch the hard palate with the front of the tongue. So let's try this one. A chill and jill. Chill, jill. First one is chill. Second one is jill, jill, jill. First one, chill, chill. Second one, jill, jill. Which one is this? Jill, jill. Second one, okay. Chill, chill, jill. Which one? Second one, yes. Chill, jill, jill. Yeah, please pronounce this word.
Chill, jill, chill, jill,
Chill, jill.
chill, jill.
Yeah, very good. And the TR and DR are pronounced as affricates. So trill and drill. So let's do the exercise. Trill and drill. Yeah. You should not say drill or trill. Okay. It should be pronounced as trill and drill. Okay. So the first one is trill. Second one, drill. Okay. First one, trill. Second one, drill. So which one is this? Trill. First one, drill. Second one, drill. Trill. First one. Could you please pronounce these words?
Drill, drill.
Yeah, very good. Drill. Yeah. It is not affricated. You should pronounce it as trill, drill. Okay? Trill, drill. Yeah, you need some more exercise.
Drill, drill. Drill, drill.
Drill, drill. Drill, drill.
Trill, trill.
So, which one is this? Drill. Second. Trill. First. And R sound. It is one of the most difficult sound for Japanese learners. Also, Koreans have the same problem. We also have only one liquid. So, but we have lateral approximant L in Korean sound, as in 딸, that is daughter, 딸. So we have the lateral approximant. So you have to raise the tip of the tongue towards the post-alveolar ridge, but never touches the alveolar ridge. So the tongue tip is raised, but it does not touch the alveolar ridge. Okay, so it is very easy to teach this sound. So please say R, prolong the sound and then raise the tip of the tongue slowly. Yeah, then it becomes R sound. Okay, please do it again.
Raise the tip. Yeah, tip. Yeah, raise the tip of the tongue. Raise the tip.
Difficult.
Is it difficult?
Difficult.
Should we try? Let's begin with
R.
Yes, good.
R. R.
Yeah, okay.
R.
Yeah, very good.
The tip of the tongue is not raised enough. R. It is not raised. R. So it is a Paragrobins. 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 A Paragrobins. A Paragrobins. Yeah, it has two R's. A Paragrobins. Yeah. So read is often pronounced as lead.
Lead.
Okay.
Lead. Lead.
And even pronounced as dido.
Dido. Dido. Dido.
And arrive.
Arai. Arai.
Yes. So let's pronounce this word read. Yes. And when you pronounce this sound, you have to round your lips. Read. Read. Very good. Read.
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 Read. It is flat. You should not touch the alveolar ridge.
Read.
Yeah.
Read.
Read. Read. Read.
Read.
Read.
Read. Read. Read. Arrive. 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 Arrive.
Arrive. Alive. Alive.
We should not touch the
Arrive.
arrive.
Arrive. Arrive.
Arrive. Please repeat after me. Read.
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 Arrive.
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 Clear L. So it is a lateral approximant. So you have to raise the tip of the tongue and touches the alveolar ridge, the center of the alveolar ridge. But you have to lower the rims of the tongue. Okay. So please let's hear what Japanese pronounce.
Arai. Pleasure. 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 Dido.
So the tip of the tongue must contact the alveolar ridge. Okay, la la la. I think it is not difficult for you to produce la la la. Okay, la la la, la la la.
La la la.
Yeah, very good. La la la.
La la la.
La la la.
La la la. La la la.
No problem at all.
La la la.
La 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 la. So you have to touch the alveolar ridge, and then don't lower the tip of the tongue, and then breathe in the other way. In the other way, in breathe the when you pronounce this sound. In this case, can you feel the a kind of friction at the rims of the tongue? Okay. If the rims of the tongue is slightly cooler, is cool, then you lower the rims of the tongue. Okay. So please repeat after me. Alive. 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 The first one is laugh. 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 Look. 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 A leer. 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 A luggage label. Luggage label. Yes. Yeah. Let's move on to dark L. When you pronounce the dark L, keep the tongue tip articulation for the clear L, and raise the back of the tongue towards the soft palate. So the dark L is used at the end of the word or before a consonant. So in the case of seal, the L sound is pronounced as a dark L. So when you pronounce this word, you have to keep the tongue tip articulation and then raise the back of the tongue towards the soft palate. So the picture looks like this. So the tongue tip touches the alveolar ridge, and then the back of the tongue is raised towards the soft palate. So say seal, 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 seal. Okay? You should remember that the back of the tongue is raised. Seal, seal.
Seal.
Seal, seal.
Zeal. Zeal.
Yeah. So to me, it sounds like the English R, zeal, and it is even pronounced as zeal.
Zeal. Zeal.
Zeal or long E. So let's try to distinguish these two words. First one is rain. Second one is lane. Lane. Yeah. First one is rain. The second one is lane. Yeah. Which one is this? Lane. Lane. Rain. First one. Rain. Rain. Lane. Lane. Yeah. Please pronounce these words.
Rain, lane.
Yeah. You. Yeah. Okay. I'll talk about the N sound later. Please do this.
Rain, lane.
Yeah. Lane.
Rain, lane.
Rain, lane. Rain, lane.
Rain, lane.
Rain, lane. Rain, lane.
Yeah, very good. Yeah. Rain. Lane. Last tip is about the final N. So you have difficulty in producing the end sound, which occurs at the word final position. So you often pronounce this sound as "eng" instead. So in order to pronounce the end sound, you should raise the blade of the tongue and touch the alveolar ridge. You can raise the tip of the tongue. For Koreans, we normally raise the blade of the tongue, but the British people are described to raise the tip of the tongue. So pin is pronounced as ping.
Pin. Pin.
Pan.
Pound. Pound.
Yeah, you can clearly hear the eng sound instead of n. So in order to produce the n sound, you should raise the tip of the tongue to touch the alveolar ridge. And to produce the eng sound, you have to raise the back of the tongue and touches the soft palate. Okay, that's it. Thank you very much.